I'm Jim Lyons. This weekend I'm going to be Elvis. I've been, what do you call it, channeling Elvis all week long. I've had 3 rehearsals. We're going to do a great show this weekend, Sunday the 25th, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, over at the Fulton 55. Anyway, I'll be one of the many Elvi, more than one Elvises, Elvis-CCs. I'll be one of the Elvises, and I'm going to sing 2 of the songs. I'm not going to do those songs for you today because then you don't have to come to the show. But I think I know a few other Elvis songs, and I could do them. I love Elvis's music, and I've been playing it for a long time, singing it for a long time. It's always a lot more fun with a big band, though, and that's what we're going to have, and I sure hope you come out and see it. I think I'll just do a song for you. This is called Suspicious Mind. I love it. Caught in a trap, can't walk up, because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? You don't believe these tears are real, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds. We can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. So an old friend I know drop by to say hello. Would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You don't believe these tears are real, I'm crying. We've gone together with suspicious minds. Oh, let us live alone with suspicious minds. If an old friend I know drop by and say hello, would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. You don't believe these tears are real, I'm crying. I didn't know that microphone was going to be there. That changes the whole dynamics here. Anyway, that was called Suspicious Minds. Let's see, I've been listening to Elvis songs all week. Now, am I going to draw a blank? I don't think so. Let me think of something. Well, here's one that I was going to do, and we threw it. They got, what do they call it, cut. Landed on the cutting room floor. Let me make a few settings here. Do a few settings. Where is it? There it is. All right. This is the moment I've waited for. I can hear my heart singing. Soon bells will be ringing. This is the moment of sweet allure. I will love you longer and forever. Promise me that you will leave me never. You don't know, dear, all my love I for, dear. I will love you longer than forever. Promise me that you will leave me never. that we are one. Clouds won't hide the sun. Blue skies of Hawaii smile on this our wedding day. I will love you longer than forever. Promise me you will leave me never. Dear and no dear, all my love I vow, dear. I will love you longer than forever. Promise me that you will leave me never. Now that we are one, clouds won't hide the sun. Blue skies of Hawaii smile on this our wedding day. I do love you with all my heart. Hawaiian Wedding Song from the Elvis collection. Now all of a sudden, the thing that I didn't want to happen has happened. I have drawn a blank. I should have brought a list of the Elvis songs. And just in case I mess up someone's song from the show, I'm going to skip away from the Elvis right this moment. I'll come back to some later. There must be a song I need to get packed up. It's early in the day for me, and I'm normally not singing this early. I'm going to put on some chapstick in a minute, but don't worry about that. And I need a drink of water, but don't worry about that. And I need some breakfast, but don't worry about that. I'm happy to be here. Where is Chuck Leonard? That's quite all right, Chuck. I'll catch you next time. In the meantime, I'll do another song that I like very, very well. I always seem to do this song. It's one of my very favorites, and I should dedicate this to someone, but I can't remember who said, always play that song, James. It's my favorite. They tell me this every time, tug on my coat and say, and so you know who you are out there, and if you're listening today, this is for you. I like this song very much. It was recorded by a lady named Melissa Manchester, who we haven't heard from in a while. I guess maybe she stopped recording. A lot of people do 2 or 3 songs, make $1 million and retire, and go off to do something else, raise grapes or something. Oh, of course, that's a big industry. I eat grapes because of raisins. Here we are. Do I have time to do Melissa's song? One more. Let's go. I got time to do it. Whatever it is, it'll keep till the morning. Haven't we both got better things to do? Midnight blue. Even the simple things become rough. Haven't we had enough? I think we can make it. One more time, if we try. One more time for all of the old times. For all of the times you told me you need me. Needing me now is Hi, I'm Jim Lyons. I'd like to sing for you a beautiful ballad called Misty. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I got misty holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins began to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello. It's that music I hear. I got misty the moment you're near. You can say that you're leading me on, but that's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own. Would I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from my left, my hat from my glove? I'm too misty, too much in love. I'm too misty, I'm too much in love. Look at me.
We have a very special guest today, my friend Jim Lyons. Welcome, Jim. Usually we just make you play.
Hello, Michael.
But
Yes.
I was going to make you talk today because you've got a fascinating life going on. You're a professional. This is what you do full time.
It's what I do full time. Actually, I'm retired,
You are retired
but this is what I'm doing with my free time.
with your free time.
Yes, I've been entertaining for 40 years in
Wow.
Fresno. It was 40 years November of last year. And this year it started off the same way last year ended,
Mm-hmm.
but on a not much more positive note. I have two steady gigs that I do every week.
Mhm.
Thursday nights I'm up at their High Sierra Grill House. They're at Bullard and West at the Pavilion West Shopping
Sure.
Center. Then on Friday nights I go over to the Palms Restaurant, and I'm there from 6:30 to 9:30 every Friday night, and that's been going on for quite a while now. And I think that'll probably continue for quite a while. I hope so. But we're 3/4 through the month of January. I've already gotten several calls. I'm booked all the way through March already, which is a good thing. I like to know that,
It's set for a few months in advance.
set in advance. And Valentine's Day has already been set. I'll be performing actually two places on Valentine's Day up at the Sumner Peck Ranch. That's right up Friant Road, on your way to wherever you go on Friant Road,
Yep.
the Friant Dam, I guess.
Yep.
So anyway, Sumner Peck Ranch is out there. They will have another wine trail event, and basically the event is actually the 14th and the 15th, so it'll be Valentine's Day and the day after, Saturday and Sunday, coming up in February, that I'll be doing that. And later on in the evening, the same day, Valentine's Day, I'll be at the High Sierra Grill House, but for an indefinite period of time that evening, no set time.
Go all night. If
Just
it's a
go
good
all
night.
night. If everybody's still in love,
Yeah.
we'll just go and go and go and go.
Be a great place to take your Valentine.
And I received a couple of calls last night to play at two other very popular places here in Fresno, and this would not be on a regular basis, but this would be, they would have monthly specials. There would be different artists on different nights, but I would have my one night per month that I would perform there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Because you're busy. For
I
a
like
retired guy, you're
being
pretty
busy.
darn busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I retired and then I got busier than ever.
Now, are you from Fresno?
No, I'm from Kansas City, but I've been in Fresno longer than I was ever in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I lived in Kansas City only the first part of my life. I returned after the Vietnam War, but I was only there a couple of months before I moved to California.
Did you come straight to Fresno?
Came straight to Fresno to visit a friend of mine. His name is Terry Austin, TWA, I call him, Trans World Airlines. No, Terrence Wayne Austin. And we were Air Force buddies in Milden Hall, England. And I always said I'd like to come to California, but I'd have to have someone to visit. So I came to visit Terry, had a round-trip ticket, never went back.
Never went back.
Never went back to Kansas City, stayed in Fresno.
So you were in the Air Force then?
In the Air Force.
What did you do in the Air Force?
I had a really special job. I worked for the embassy. Yeah, and so I didn't have to wear a uniform. I wore a suit, and I had special privileges. But I was in charge of buying the automobile parts for all the American vehicles in Europe. You know, they couldn't wait to get a carburetor from the United States of America. We have plants, of course, for all the automobiles right there in Europe. And so I coordinated between the military and the civilians and the car companies to get the parts that they needed.
You were in England?
I was in England when I started, but then I was transferred to Belgium.
To Belgium.
And that's where I did the embassy thing.
You got to see Europe then.
I got to, well, any military person, as I understand it, maybe it's changed by now, if you're in uniform, you put on a uniform, you can go anywhere that one of the C-130s, C-135s, one of the, maybe they don't have those planes anymore, but that was back then. You could get on a plane, space available, or even a commercial flight. If it was going somewhere and there was a seat available, and a military person just put on a uniform and you can go. I had a problem though. I didn't know where my uniform was because I didn't wear a uniform. But I still traveled a lot. That was my
That was
second
Vietnam
time.
era?
That was Vietnam era. So don't say that too loud. But people will do the math and figure out that I'm over 40.
Just over 40.
Watch it, Bill. Watch it, Bill. So,
were you drafted?
No, but that's how I got in the service. All of my friends were drafted, and I was at work one day. I worked at Hallmark Cards, when you care enough to send the very best. And every once in a while, somebody was missing. I thought, are they home? Are they sick? No, they've been drafted. I went down and signed up for the Air Force exactly 6 days before my draft notice came.
Wow.
My first piece of mail in the military was my draft notice, which had been forwarded to me.
You would have been in the infantry or something.
I would have been in the Army. My father was in the Army, but my brothers went Air Force and Marines.
And so afterwards, and you ended up in California.
I ended up here. All I did the first year, I guess, was rip up and down the Highway 1, looking all over California to see where you're supposed to live once you get to California. So
Fresno makes sense to me.
I wound up right back in Fresno.
Now, did you come to Fresno as a piano player?
Oh, heavens no. No, I didn't do it. I sold shoes for Kenny's Shoe Store. I was a shoe salesman, and then what was my second job? Oh, I worked for Kino. Kino,
the Big 13?
FM. I was on the 13th, high floor on top of the Security Pacific Bank building. I worked for them, and then they moved over. They were at Barstow somewhere.
For a long
I worked for that. So I had my third-class radio operator's license, and I wanted to be a radio announcer.
Did you get to go on the air?
I was on the air, well, but I had the bad shift, 10 p.m. till 6 a.m.
Oh boy,
so
you were a DJ?
Yes, I was on the air, and no one knew it.
As Jim Lyons, or did you use another name?
Oh no, I didn't know how to use another name. I used Jim Lyons.
Was anybody at Kino that you were there that we know now?
Yes, some are still there. I can't think of their names right now, but no, they're still there.
Like John Wallace or people?
John Wallace is still around. I don't know if he's still on Kino.
I don't think so.
But the show I'm doing Sunday is it's either sponsored by Kino or it's in the building that Kino owns.
Now this is the Elvis Show.
The Elvis Show is coming up. There's actually 2 Elvis shows this weekend. One by Jeremy Pierce.
Right.
He's doing one, I think, Friday night. I could be wrong, but he's everything is in celebration of Elvis's 80th birthday. He would have been 80 had he continued. And we're doing a show, Vince Warner and
a bunch of guys.
A 6-piece band. We're going to be
Perry
doing.
Will be there.
Roger Perry will be there for sure.
They're all going to do Elvis
He's on bass.
music.
We're all going to do Elvis music for, I don't know how long the show is actually. It's probably close to 2 hours, maybe less.
Where will this be?
And it'll be at the Fulton 55
yeah.
venue down on, I guess it's on Fulton,
Yeah.
and Divisadero, or
Fulton and Divisadero.
somewhere near there. I've been there to see shows by Ray Moore and a few of the other artists who mostly perform here in the Tower District, by the way. we've had 4 rehearsals. They have been tremendous. They've
It's
been
going to be
a lot
good
of
show.
fun.
This is the best of the best.
This is the best of the best.
musicians. So
Yes.
That's this what?
This coming Sunday, the 25th,
Sunday, Elvis Show, Jim Lyons.
5 o'clock at Fulton 55. So
We're
it's
getting
all
the-
fives.
We're getting the signal to move along. I'd like to talk to Jim Lyons here for hours, but we've got to go. But yeah, Elvis Show this weekend.